What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we're playing some Black Ops 3, the last thing that I expected to be saying today, but we actually got a new update for Black Ops 3 that included a new game mode, a new map, and a new weapon, one that I think a lot of you are going to really enjoy. So, let's get into it and talk about what is new in this patch, starting off, of course, with the weapon. Now, I didn't actually get lucky enough to open this in supply drops, but I picked it up in-game and actually got a couple good streaks with it, so you're going to see that throughout the video. But what is this weapon? It is the XPR-50. Now, you may recognize that name, and that's because that was actually a sniper back in Black Ops 2, a sniper that a lot of people really did enjoy. Now, the magic with this weapon in this game is it's an absolute beast. In my opinion, much better than the XPR from Black Ops 2. There's two things that make this weapon really good. First of all, from the time that I picked it up, I never got a hit marker. Every single shot I hit was a one-bullet kill. On top of that, it has a really quick fire rate. Kind of like a 50 cal back from like Modern Warfare 2. You can fire incredibly fast. Also, another thing I noticed, it didn't have a ton of recoil, which means if you miss a shot, you can shoot a follow-up shot very easily. Now, you may be asking, what are the downsides of this weapon? Really, there's only two. First of all, it has a little bit slower of an aim down sights time. Once again, this is just based off of the feel of the very limited use I got from it. And on top of that, it has a long reload time, a penalty which on a sniper rifle is not a big deal whatsoever. This sniper rifle definitely gives a run for the money for the best sniper rifle overall in all of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It is very good. Oh yeah, the one other downside with this weapon is, as you're going to see throughout the various gameplay in this video, it is extremely loud. Like, whether they're on your team or the enemy team, if you shoot this weapon anywhere on the map, everyone is going to hear it and kind of give away your location. But with a sniper rifle, you're kind of going to be far off in the distance anyway, generally speaking, so it's not a huge deal. I just thought I'd mention that. It is very loud. The next new thing to Black Ops 3, as you can very clearly tell by the gameplay, is a somewhat new map. Now, this is already a map in Black Ops 3, Redwood, but it's been remastered or remade as Redwood Snow. Basically, it's just a snow version of the normally very green map. Now, this map doesn't change anything specifically about the gameplay of the map. For example, the water on the map isn't frozen or something like that. It plays exactly the same, just the aesthetic is actually different. And it brings up the question of whether or not they're going to do this to more maps, because if you go into custom games, they actually inserted an entire new playlist of maps. For example, you have your standard maps, your DLC pack maps, but now you also have your DLC bonus maps. And as of right now, the only map in there is Redwood Snow. Now, one of the most popular mods on the Black Ops 3 PC game is a custom-made, fan-made map, which is a remake of Combine from Black Ops 3, which the only difference in it is that it takes place at night. It's called Night Combine, and it kind of looks like the picture you're seeing here. I don't have any actual gameplay of it, but you get the general idea. The question I'm asking is, do you think they're going to do this more with other maps throughout the game? Make sunny maps snowy, make day maps night maps, make night maps day maps. I'm really curious to see if they're going to do this throughout this game, and if not in this game, in the next Black Ops game, whether they're going to have different iterations of the different maps. Now, the reason why all these things are happening, the weapon, the new map, is all part of an event currently going on in Black Ops 3 called Operation Snowblind. And as a part of this event, there is a limited time camo known as Permafrost. Similar to what we've seen before, you have to get it out of supply drops, and you have a limited amount of time. I believe it's available for only 8 days, so open your supply drops while you can. Try to get this thing the best you can. It's kind of like a snowy, bluish kind of camo that you can get for your various weapons. And then the final new thing in Black Ops 3, and I'm sure you've all heard of it, is Infected is now in Black Ops 3. Now, I'm not sure whether this is going to be only for a limited amount of time or whether it's here to stay, but as of right now, it is a featured playlist. You get double XP for it, as well as 24/7 Redwood Snow is double XP, but Infection, it's a little bit different than things we've seen before in previous Call of Duty games. First of all, you were actually able to make classes and choose whichever weapons you want. On top of that, another big difference is the infected are able to use their boost jumps, wall runs, and move just as fast as you, which means it's a little bit more difficult if you ask me. On top of that, another big difference is that the infected can actually use specialist abilities to help them attack the non-infected. Of course, also if you're non-infected, you can use specialist powers and abilities as well. Now, because of these reasons, I would have to say that this is probably the hardest version of infected to stay alive as a non-infected ever in a Call of Duty game. In fact, I have not played a single game yet where the non-infected have won. So let me know if you have. Maybe it's just me, I suck at it, but if you ask me, this is the hardest version of infected ever. Now, the only other thing I really haven't mentioned about this Operation Snowblind event is that there's also new character gear and I believe different calling cards and that kind of thing available in supply drops as well. Not for necessarily a limited amount of time, but they are now in supply drops as well. So let me know what you think of this whole thing down in the comments. Let me know if you've got the XPR-50. And the real thing I want to hear about is whether or not you think they're going to add more weapons into Black Ops 3. Because of course, Call of Duty 2018 is also made by Treyarch, and still they are putting effort into their last game from almost 3 years ago now. So the question is, do you think they're still going to be adding more content, maybe new maps, maybe even new weapons? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button, and if you like what you see, you can always hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my videos. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.